I have a little bit of a crossover video between my other channel, which is Dr. Moon's Smile Therapy, and this one where I'm hoping to just give you advice on being retired or semi-retired or things to rethink things if you have attention deficit disorder or any of the coexisting conditions that I seem to have and a lot of people that I know and love seem to have. And so I want to give you positive strategies on ways to deal with things and fun ways to look at life and some of the things that you'll encounter. At this point, I've pretty much forgotten what I was going to start off telling you about with this video. So, oh, being a street musician. Why I ended up a street musician. And why, if you're retired, I think you should think about it. I think you should think about becoming a street performer of some kind. I went back to school when I was 51 years old, and I graduated from Radford University when I was 53 years old with a performance art degree. And I was thrilled. It was a lifelong dream to try to experience that within the university. I loved Radford University from the time I can remember first ever visiting the campus. And I lived 7 miles down Radford Road from where Radford University was. And it took me that long to complete life enough to get back to school and to graduate. And at that point, I was faced with the idea of going on to a graduate school or moving out of the area. And my focus has always been the people that are around me that I love the most, the people that are my community, my family. And so I really didn't want to leave the area. I wanted to bring art and music to us, to have it in our place and where we live. And so, but there really are no live professional theaters in our area. There are no types of venues that you would be able to work enough to make a living. I've been a club musician years before, so I know the club circuit can be a really long and tiresome thing. So in thinking about the idea that at that time my father was on oxygen and he would have to sit in his van and while my mom would shop, and he would sort of be stuck there in the parking lot. And so my idea was that what if you were able to bring art and music to parking lots, just Shakespeare to parking lots, to Goodwill stores or grocery store lots and things like that. Then people, regardless of your circumstance, can roll your window down or roll your window up if you didn't like it. But you could roll your window down. You could just sit there in the comfort of your own vehicle and watch a live performance and then be able to leave. It didn't cost you anything. You didn't even know it was going to happen. And so that idea really began the thinking that if we were on the street to where we would have personal connections with each other, with students, be able to stop and know their name and what their major was and encourage them. We're going to know these kids over 4 years. And so over my time in 13 years being on the street, I've met some amazing students who have gone on to do some amazing things. And so we can rest assured in our younger generations that they really have done well for themselves. So as a retired person, think about it like this. When I was first doing the street, I was also still caring for my father. And so at that time, you know that you have to leave on a dime. And you might have to spend hours in an emergency room or periods of time that you're dealing with your parents or your family, and you need that flexibility. That's where if you're looking to supplement your income in a way, think about doing some kind of street performance in your area, in your hometown. And it would be something that if you were called on to go deal with a family emergency or something, you can just close up your case and leave. And so you have that flexibility that you're not tied up to having a performance set up at a club or restaurant, that you're not tied into being there and being obligated to be there. So this is something that I think about, that everyone should think about. There's a variety of things that you can do on the street to share your art and music. Think about it and research it in your particular area. Look for farmers markets and open areas that you might be able to participate in, and think about it as far as something that you can do together as a couple. It may be you might get ukuleles and sing on a cruise ship and have a great time doing it. So I wish you all the very, very best. I'm sorry it's been a minute to get back to you, but I do look forward to talking to you more. So please like and subscribe, I believe I'm supposed to say. So I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.